Good evening. We present the news summary. A riot broke out at the Montagne Posé prison last night, resulting in the death of a male inmate and injuries to several others, including detainees, convicts, and security officers. The circumstances surrounding the inmate's death remain unclear, and an investigation is underway to determine the exact cause. The authorities have confirmed that the injuries have been admitted to the hospital with injuries sustained during the chaos. Multiple branches of the security forces, including the police and specialized prison units, were deployed to restore order. The prison is expected to remain on high alert as authorities continue to investigate the events that led to the riot. The prison remains on lockdown. According to the Commissioner of the Prison Services, Jeanette Georges, the unrest have been related to issues surrounding drugs within the facility.
What caused the riot? It's because we stand with the police in the investigation because there's a case involve one of our inmates. Like he was making a lot of threat for people from outside the prison, even members of his own family, including threat for our own inmates. So I think with the good collaboration, working together with the police, we managed to decide that we need to stop those activities from such inmate. So from there, we decided to put him in an isolation cell. But he's an inmate that is being called boss, king at the prison. It's make all the other inmates fight with the police that they want him back in the mail block because he's the one that provide drugs for them.
How come drugs are still coming in the prison? They're also using sophisticated telephone. How come these contrabands are still coming into the prison?
Since October, I've been started working with the UNODC in the level of security areas in the prison where we have to cover the physical security, procedural and dynamic security, involve also intelligence. So it is there that those officers, they are getting a lot of training. So their training, it will help them to be able to stop contrabands on our prison. It is not something that will stop suddenly, no. It is a big fight, and we have a lot of rehabilitation activities that we are helping our inmates to go work, to pay their bills or to pay their fines or to pay their child maintenance. But this is a ways of them bringing drugs to the prison because they use their bodies as transportation. Actually, we have a scanner. We just been placed at the prison, but it's not actually in operation. Soon it will be in operation, and this will help us with all those contrabands.
Cascades MNA Philippe Motzi said he's been told that soon there will be a statement on the investigation into the 7th December explosion at the CCCL in December last year. He was speaking in the National Assembly on the eve of 1 year since the explosion, which he said had not only affected the inhabitants of Cascade but had an economic impact on the whole country. And on behalf of North Mai MNAs, Beauvalon MNA, John Waro, said that the 3 people who lost their lives in December last year due to the heavy rainfall and landslide at Luniol and Belombe will not be forgotten. President Ramkalawan will be addressing the nation tomorrow on the first anniversary of the tragedy at CCCL at Providence and the catastrophic flooding in North Mai. The address will be broadcast at 8 a.m. on SBC 1 and Radio Cecil. The Chief Executive Officer of the Seychelles Infrastructure Agency, Jitesh Shah, said that renovation work has resumed on the former STC supermarket. The site is the place where vendors from the Selwyn Clark Market will move in, while the market itself goes under renovation. Mr. Shah explained that by mid-January next year, the work will be completed.
As per the agreement that we have in place with all parties concerned, the people that will be moving across from the existing Selwyn Clark Market are the fruit and vegetable vendors, the kiosk vendors, and then the 4 butchers that are currently at the market. So we are making provision for all of them in here with the renovation works that are ongoing. And like I said, mid-January is when we are expecting the bulk of the works to be completed and we can start moving people across. And then once that's done, of course, we will then start working on the Selwyn Clark Market for the renovation works that need to be done over there. In terms of the renovation itself, obviously it's been a building that has been unused for 10 years or so now, might be a bit longer. So there are some minor spalling issues, structural, that need to be addressed. Nothing of major structural concern, but just to make the area safe in terms of doing some patchwork. We've got a bit of work to do in terms of partitioning, definitely for the kiosk vendors. We need to build some partitions in here. For the butchers, obviously from a hygiene perspective, dealing with meat, that needs to be fully tiled. There was provision for butchers here in the past, but not that many. So we are having to build some additional facilities in there as well. And toilets for the vendors specifically. So yeah, that's the bulk of the work. And then of course, just a deep cleaning. Like I said, it's been closed for some time. So just getting that done, and then all the activities will be concentrated only on the ground floor, but we do have some minor leaking issues on the roof. Even if all of the access to the top floors are going to be closed off, we don't want an issue where you've got water coming down from above, so we're going to be doing some minor repairs on the roof as well.
The Ministry of Education has launched a new project entitled the PETAL, Project for Enhancing Teaching and Learning. This was during the 3rd edition of the Teachers' Convention earlier this week. The project is expected to begin next year and will enhance the teaching techniques to improve the performance of students. The project will begin with students in Primary 3 for a period of 3 years until Primary 6. The Minister for Education, Dr. Justin Valentin, and other education officers were present at the convention. And this was the news summary. More news at 8 p.m.